households both alike in dignity. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge breaks new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows doth their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end naught could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage, in which, if you let your patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. Hi, I'm Ellen, and today we have some very special guests on our show. We have 3 Montagues and 1 Capulet. We have Romeo from the Montagues. We have Mercutio from the Montagues. We have Benvolio from the Montagues, and we have Tybalt from the Capulet.
Why, thank you, Ellen. It's great to be back here. Sort of. Okay, enough with the small talk. Let's do what we have to get done here.
Alright, so we'll start with you, Romeo, the star of the show. How did you feel when Tybalt first challenged you to a duel?
When Tybalt first challenged me to a duel, I was floating on cloud 9. I had just gotten married to the love of my life. Because of this, Tybalt is now my family, so I respectfully told him that I could not fight him. I had not injured him, nor had I dishonored his name. I guess I was a little surprised, actually, but I was in such a surreal state at that time, I felt impossible for me to feel my negative emotions. That is, until he began messing with Mercutio.
If that bastard had just closed his mouth, nothing would have happened. Period. Oh, Tybalt, don't you just love the word period? I understand why now, because if Romeo hadn't killed you, it would mark the end of your sentence. In jail.
That was sassy! Alright, gentlemen. Moving on. Benvolio, from what you were watching, did it seem like Mercutio and Tybalt were actually fighting to hurt each other?
No, not at all. They seemed to be just fooling around because there were most definitely a few times earlier on that they could have easily killed each other, but they didn't. Tybalt, when you stabbed Mercutio in his torso, was it an accident?
You all obviously don't think it was. When I saw the blood on my sword, I didn't really know what to think. So I gathered my men and walked off. That was the end of that. Or so I thought.
Or so you thought is right. You killed my best friend, so you better believe I was coming to kill you. I regret doing it now that I look back on it, but in the moment, it's all I could think of doing. Karma comes around, right?
Well, Mercutio, we're all wondering your thoughts on the duel. Was it just a joke or was it serious?
At first it was just a joke, or at least I thought until I got stabbed. Or at least I thought until I got stabbed. It was just kind of a play on words. I was not really doing anything serious. There was a few times where I could have killed you, Tybalt, but because you were being such an ass. But I didn't, and I wasn't really expecting you to stab me. So do you have something explaining to do?
First of all, why were you talking when I didn't even come to talk to you? I came to talk to him.
Do you know?
Shut
up.
Well, thank you for that, Romeo. That about sums up our discussion. Okay, well, Benvolio, how was Mercutio before Tybalt entered the square?
Well, before Tybalt entered the square, Mercutio was kind of just his normal self, besides the fact that he was extremely hot and was in the fountain trying to cool himself off.
So was he in any bad mood? Was he heated in a hot discussion of trying to hurt Tybalt?
No, not at all. Not until Tybalt came in and kind of made him mad.
Well, in my defense, I wasn't looking for him. I was looking for Romeo. But he decided to get involved.
Well, if you're looking for Romeo, you're looking for me because we're always together, so you should learn that.
Then why weren't you
Third
together?
package. Because
Where was
Romeo had
Romeo?
just came from his marriage to your cousin.
Well, Tybalt, why were you looking for Romeo?
Because he came to my party when he was invited.
Was he doing anything bad?
Yeah, actually. He was flirting up with my cousin.
Is that so bad to end a feud?
Oh no, he was
No,
with you.
you only live once. And you have to learn, if the chance comes where you see a lovely lady, you gotta take her and run.
Bravo, Mercutio. That was
How do you feel about that, Tybalt? How do you feel about this?
Well, what do
Did
you
you
know
have
about
any
finding
romance?
women? What do you know about finding women? All you do is go to the brothel.
Got a problem with that? I got money.
Now they're married, so you can't do anything about it.
At least I ain't broke, ho.
Keep going. I can't. I don't know what to say to that.
Cool. If
Stop
you were
it, stop
so
it.
protective over Juliet, did you have any romance with her prior to this day?
No.
Maybe some feelings whatsoever? Or were you just trying to protect your family's name?
Just trying to protect my family's name.
What would be so bad about them getting together, even though there are past rivalries?
Well, my uncle and his uncle don't get along.
And what does that mean?
What does that have to do with you?
Juliet is a lovely young lady, and
I'm married
I
to
ship
her.
him with Romeo, so ship her with him.
Alright, well, Romeo, we're all wondering about your wedding. How was it?
It was the best moment of my life. I got to marry the girl of my dreams, but Tybalt had a big impact on it.
And how is that going to impact your relationship with her?
I might not be able to see her anymore.
How does that make you feel?
Terrible.
That's all.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, sucks for you. Even though I got all my prostitutes at the brothel.
Wait, I have a question for you. Why'd you kill me if it meant you weren't going to see my cousin anymore?
It was in the moment.
It was in the moment, and you were just pissing me off. I'm Fortune's fool.
Okay? Why do you
So,
have to mock me after everything I say?
Do you think that, so Tybalt, do you think that you have won this fight? Do you think that Romeo is getting what he deserved? Or do you think that the Montagues kind of won this whole thing?
I think Romeo's got it coming for him. I don't think he realizes what he's done, and it's going to get worse from here.
Well, I've realized.
Oh, have you now?
And I've done a good thing.
Now,
That's
what about
simple.
my cousin? What are you going to do about her? You just ruined her life.
Well,
I just married her.
why didn't you just
I
let
made her
them
life
be?
better.
Tybalt, why didn't you just let them be? Because then nobody would have gotten killed.
Well, I didn't know they had gotten married.
Well, you saw
He
them together at a
wasn't-
party. Wasn't that why you were upset?
No, I was upset because he was at my party when he was invited, and
What do you have to say about this, Benvolio?
Well, I just think that now that Romeo's banned, that it's going to be a terrible thing that they all went through this, and now you won't even get to see his love.
Are you going to try to help him out, Benvolio?
Well, I think I'll just do the best I can, but it may not work out.
Are you
Thanks,
taking
bud.
any sides in the fight? Was Romeo the one who was doing the right thing by killing Tybalt?
Well, yes, of course. Romeo is part of my family. I think that he did the right thing.
We'll see you next time on The Ellen Show, where we interview Liesel, Hans, and Rosa.
The Huberman household.
Woo!